Hello there, bud.
Hello there, superstar.
You know, I almost forgot what these there chewing the fats are.
You know, Chewing Fat was a very, very fun series that 4 people watched, and to the 4 people who watched them, thank you. For those of you who don't know what Chewing the Fat was, it was a very short-lived podcast-style video YouTube concerning backpacking, camping subjects. It was basically me and this guy drinking really bad beer and
Bad?
and chewing the fat about these subjects.
Speaking of chewing the fat, this morning we're camping out here in Iowa. You know, camp and they will come. And I made a bacon loaf.
Bacon loaf. How appetizing does that sound?
And I was chewing the fat.
You want some of my loaf? There's bacon in it.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So we're at the 2023 Hot Tent Hoedown.
Pelton
Hot Tent Hoedown. This is the 3rd year in a row where I've hosted a New Year's Eve campout. This spot this year is a place down in Iowa. I did a video here a couple weeks ago. I'll leave a link in the video description below. You can check out that video. But usually a Hot Tent Hoedown usually involves snow and cold. What's missing this year?
Miyagi?
Cold and snow.
Oh, okay.
Yep. It was 40 degrees yesterday. It's probably
25
right now. But there's a lot of people here. And this is an open invite. We do this every year. So if you ever want to come hang out with us and enjoy some Hot Tent Hoedown action, drop me a line.
What exactly is a hoedown action?
I think it came back from the old farmer days where they would take a bunch of hoes and go down. I don't know what that means.
Whoa. This is a family channel.
I'm talking about garden tools, Jerry.
Oh, okay. So yeah, it is kind of nippy out. Got our hot chocolate.
Yep.
There is one other way to warm up.
There is another way to warm up.
Got a little surprise for you there, bud.
Oh, holy moly.
Fire in the hole, buddy.
A fireball with hot chocolate chaser. You know how appetizing that sounds?
Oh, cinnamon and chocolate?
All right. Now, do you winter camp in hot tents? If you do, what are your setups? What kind of stoves? What kind of tents do you use? Leave those down in the comment area as well.
I would like you to focus on Rob's face after he drinks the fireball. Cheers, buddy.
Cheers, bud.
Oh, geez, I just threw some plastic out in the woods. That's not leaving no trace.
You'll pick it up, and you'll pick this one up too. So it's been a little while. Our last Chewing the Fat episode was...
It had to be 2 years ago.
It was a short-lived series. It was fun, so if you want to see more of these episodes of Chewing the Fat, it's not going to happen. Sorry about that.
Just so you know, our biggest fan for Chewing the Fat standing right there, and he's very sad right now.
Come say hi, Shane.
Shane!
Yeah, this is Shane, who does have a YouTube channel as well.
And Rob's not dead.
and I'm not dead. What's your YouTube channel?
Outdoor Adventures with Shane.
Check it out. Leave link in the description below.
Okay.
Now get the hell out of here.
That's Shane. He's a local. He's an Iowan.
He's a good dude.
He's a good dude.
No matter what people tell you about him.
But we have, how many hot tents do we have out here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Is there another one? 10. There's like 10 hot tents out here. One guy burned his hot tent down. Not on this trip, earlier. So he just brought his hammock out, and he brought his stove. So there's just a stove and a hammock with no enclosure. It's strange, but hey, if it works for him, it works for him.
So what's been going on over the last 2 years since we did a Chewing the Fat?
Well, obviously, outdoor adventures. We've been, doing our backpacking thing, our camping thing, doing just the things we normally do, and we share those experiences on our respective YouTube channel. Obviously, you're on Midwest Backpacker right now. You can find my adventures on Rob Pelton. Link to that in the description below.
You think so?
Maybe.
Yeah, but so I've been doing a lot more long distance hiking.
Yeah.
You went out to Colorado this summer.
Yeah.
So it's a good time. And, you know, everything kind of slows down in the winter where we can't do the long distance hiking.
Right.
I do a ton of basketball officiating, so I don't have time for camping a whole lot, but I get out now and then.
Right. And I try to get out on a bunch of winter trips. A big one we have every year is in the Boundary Waters. We call it the Death March. That one's actually coming up in February. That's, you know, Miyagi, Milos, you know, Shug was with us last year. Jeremy was there.
Toots
came down from Canada. So we do those trips every year, and the Death March this year is coming up in February. I won't be able to make that particular trip, which is sad, but check back to Midwest Backpacker to see that trip coming up.
You have some much more exciting things going on, though. Tell us what you're doing, Rob.
All right, so like official, non-official announcement. For those of you who don't recognize me, I'm the one who had a memoriam video a little while ago, and everyone thought I was dead. And it turned out I'm not dead, obviously. I'm just leaving for a while. I got a new job, and I'll be traveling the country all next year, teaching outdoor ethics, workshops, outreach programs. It's a program sponsored by Subaru, so I'm living and camping out of a Subaru for the next 11 months. So there's a good chance I'll be coming to a city near you. I'll probably post my itinerary somewhere, so that way if I'm near you, let's go backpacking together. And maybe I can use your shower and washing machine too at the same time.
And I don't know if you didn't want to mention the program that it actually
Well,
is.
I mean, the program, so has everyone heard of Leave No Trace? Everyone knows what Leave No Trace means.
Oh, yeah, everybody.
Right. But Leave No Trace is actually a non-profit organization, and that is their mission, is to, you know, help people leave the natural places better than what, you know, how they found them. So we're part of a traveling team. Me and my partner, we got hired as a team, and we are traveling the country teaching these principles on how to, you know, leave outside better. And yeah, I mean, my ugly mug will be on their staff website, you know, here pretty soon. But yeah, I fly out to Colorado here just like a week. So,
You know, you kind of think that you know it all, so it's kind of a good job for you.
yeah, so I can just, you know, get paid to tell everyone that I know everything and how you're doing everything wrong. Now, I never want to shame people, obviously.
No, you'll be good at it. And his partner is actually a teacher.
Yeah,
So
so she's the smart one, and I'm the one who can speak well.
Rob is full of BS, and she actually has an outline. It'll be...
Yeah, exactly. So if you're looking forward to, you know, some of my content, it's not going to change. I'm still going to be backpacking. I'm just going to be in a new place every week, just about. I don't know how I'm going to do gear reviews yet. I have to figure out how companies can send me crap. I don't even know if I can order Amazon, because I don't know how often I'm going to be picking up and moving. But the content will keep coming. So if you haven't subscribed to Rob Pelton, be sure to do that right now.
Guys back there are making a nice campfire. Man, these sort of events, I always bring a bunch of food, but I rarely make it.
I brought so much food, really good food, but everyone else brings really good food. So we end up just eating all their food, and we got tons of our good food still left uneaten.
So I'm new to the hot tent game this year. Hot tents are new to me.
I thought hot tents sucked.
I did too, but suddenly when I was out here, they just started looking fabulous to me. I don't know why.
I like how you've been hot tenting for like 13 minutes and you think you're a professional already.
Well, I know things. No, but, you know, I started out doing a lot of frying on the top of the stove, making eggs, boiling water for mac and cheese and that sort of thing. And when I go solo hot tenting, I kind of want something to do, something to fiddle with. So I made this oven.
It's pretty sweet.
If you've seen, like, Coleman makes a nice big oven where it won't fit on my little stove.
Right.
So I'm like, how do I do that? So I made a couple bread pans, put a little spacer in there, and I've been baking in there. So cookies, pizza, chocolate chip muffins, and bread,
Banana
and strudel.
Yep. So
So
if you want tips on how to make your own oven and how to bake and cook in a hot tent, he's got a series coming out.
it may have already been out, but yeah.
Be sure to look in the video description for those
I'll
videos.
put a card right up here.
You guys, I have no idea when this video is dropping, so
So anyway, hot tenting.
Yeah.
How many hot tents have you owned?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
4.
And how many do you currently own?
1, 2, 3.
Why do you own 3?
Well, the very first one I bought, it was a giant TP tent, and it was a good tent. It was a lot of work to set up, and then I found I wanted something, made out of canvas for bigger trips and bigger groups. So I ended up buying a snow trekker tent. So I ended up selling that first one. But then I also wanted something for solo trips, something small and light that is not as involved to set up. So I bought one years ago, and I ended up using it, and it's okay. It's a little small, but it's okay. And then this year I saw his hot tent that he got from Lux.
Copycat Rob.
Yeah, right, Lux. Yeah, Copycat Rob.
Yeah, he went and got that coat just like me.
Seriously, he could have ordered another color, but he chose green.
Twinsies.
So I reached out to Lux because I saw Jeremy's hot tent because I like the way it's designed. I have a very specific reason why I like that tent. So I ended up getting that one from them, and I'm currently doing a review and also telling you why I actually like that tent better than the other small hot tent. So that video will be coming up. Yeah, it's probably already out at this point. So
yeah. And I got the idea for Lux from our buddy It's Good in the Woods, Justin.
Yep. Justin
where he has a video, if you haven't seen it, that has like 2 million
Yeah.
views of him camping out, and reached out to him and he highly recommended Lux, and I'm very happy with it so far.
Now, the interesting thing about Lux, so a lot of people know the Lux name brand. A lot of people own Lux hot tents. Now, Lux used to be imported by a particular distributor, and that particular distributor was very bad with customer service. There were some quality control issues. There was a big issue with Lux, and they lost a lot of customer base only because of that, and then they went away. Fast forward a little bit, a new importer distributor in the US started to bring in the Lux line, and their customer service went up. The quality of the products are really, really good. And that company is named
Three Ridges Gear Company.
Three Ridges Gear Company. So,
and the guy's name there is Jim.
Yeah, Jim. And Jim's been very responsive, very positive, and he's looking to get out in the hot tent space to represent the Lux name because it's kind of been tarnished in the past. So if you're looking at hot tents, check out Lux at Three Ridges Gear.
I'll put a link in the video description. There's actually an associate link, so I make a commission. You don't have to pay anymore.
Doesn't cost you anything, but he makes 3 or 4 cents per sale.
We make more money for these high quality productions.
Yeah, exactly right. Exactly right. So if you've ever been curious about hot tents, is it worth it? From the kind of camping that we do in the area of the country that we're in Minnesota, we're in Iowa right now, but yeah, it's very much worth it to camp in the winter months. It gets to 10, 20 below zero, and we're able to still go camping and have a warm and dry place to come back to.
Exactly. So Rob, name 2 pieces of gear that you want to pimp. New pieces of gear that you like.
New pieces of gear that I like. There is a lot, actually.
What's your favorite piece of gear that you have on this trip?
On this trip?
Yeah.
Right now? Probably my stove. I love my little stove. I actually brought 2 stoves on the trip. One's a Polmali T-Brick Mini, a fantastic stove. It's light, it's made out of titanium, it kicks out a lot of heat. That's a great little stove for these small tent setups. That's probably my favorite piece of gear on this trip right now. And then secondarily, and I'm not trying to be a fanboy or anything like that.
It's okay, you can love me.
This jacket is pretty nice. I mean, it's warm, it's that thick fleece, the wind's not penetrating. You got all the organizational pockets. I mean,
there are 12 pockets on this thing.
Yeah, it's 12 pockets. I got like lighters and chapstick, and I had this microphone in here, and I got all kinds of stuff in here. The funny thing is when I get up to leave and I do a pat down, I usually pat here and pat here, but now I'm like pat, make sure I have everything.
Oh, is that what you were doing?
Yeah, exactly.
I was wondering. It's like,
The
oh.
jacket is nice. You know, Jeremy recently got his, and I think he's liking it so far. I know Bearskin has gotten a lot of negative feedback and a lot of positive feedback, but from my experience, even though it's made from China, it's a nice fleece hoodie.
The nice part about it is that it has 12 pockets. The bad part about it is it has 12 pockets. So like I'm missing things and it's like, nope. Yep. And then you're like, oh yeah, there's 4 more over here.
Yeah.
Well, you know,
I'm having a heart attack. I need my nitro.
now that we mentioned that, this is new to me.
Wait, I'll get it.
I've never even checked out the pocket in the back yet. I just thought of that.
Yeah, you got a back pocket. Yeah.
Nice.
You know what you could put back there?
Stuff.
Beer. Like a 4, even a 6-pack maybe. So there's a lot of.
I already got a 6-pack up here.
A lot of Coors Lights for you.
All right there, bud. What else do you want to talk about?
Plans for this year. What does your 2024 look like?
Me. No.
Uninteresting as usual. Okay.
You know, I'd like to do my long distance hike in the middle of March.
Yeah, usually
where
head south.
Where I go 250 miles. But you know, I've done the triple O of the Ozark Highland, Ozark, and Ouachita. And I'm trying to come up with another one where
Tent Hoedown, Foothills, Chateau Trace.
But some of these, they got to be ones where you know you can hike it in March and there isn't going to be snow. Foothills is a little too short, I think.
That's only like 96 miles, right?
Is it?
Tent Hoedown?
How long is that one?
I don't know.
Chateau Trace is too long. That's like 300 or 400.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But yeah, I would say reach down there.
You know, I've been maybe thinking about just doing like the first 250 miles of the AT or the PCT.
Do the approach trail up, yeah.
But also, about 2 weeks ago, when hiking in the Boundary Waters, I slipped on some ice and hurt my knee.
Yeah, he was solo in the middle of literally nowhere, and he hurt himself.
Yeah. And as I'm going down and I think my leg's falling off, I have my InReach Mini and all the things going through my head of I'm going to have to press the button. It's going to cost lots of money. My wife's going to be mad at me, all in that half a second before I hit the ground. But long story short, I got up. I walked out.
Yeah, you made it out. You're only about half a mile from the car.
Yeah. It started to snow that night, so the ice was all covered in snow and it was slippery and
Yeah.
It was bad news.
That could have been really, really bad. And if you want to see that video,
we'll
leave a link to that video down in the description.
It's going to take me forever to put all these links in this video. No, but like if I would have slipped and hit my head,
that would have been bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could have knocked some sense into you.
Yeah, and then I would be hanging out here with you.
Yeah, right. Exactly. But I will say, we got a really good crew. It seems like every area has their little crews. Like you got your Kentucky boys, right? You got your guys,
good crew.
East. Good crew. And then like here, the Midwest crew. We got our own little crew too, and we all have our little,
Is this the Iowa crew?
We're with the Iowa crew.
It's a little sketchy.
Exactly. So what's the biggest difference between like the Kentucky boys and the Midwest crew?
Marijuana.
You're right. You're so right. That's funny.
You know who you are.
That's a trip, man. Oh God, that's funny.
What's the difference between the Midwest crew and the Iowa crew? The Iowa crew, they're a little bit more, I don't know, laid back's the word, but
they are chill. They're very chill. Well, they're like farm boys.
Our Midwest crew with Milos and some of those guys is a little more mischievous.
Oh yes. There's a lot of shenanigans, with the Midwest crew. You got to be careful. Seriously.
But the common thread amongst all the crews is they like to go camping.
Yeah.
They're good guys. They like campfires.
Yep.
And we like to eat food.
And a lot of them have YouTube channels, and you can find their channel.
No, you can't. There are no other YouTube channels other than Midwest Backpacker.
That's funny.
No, but it's kind of fun to come out here as a new hot tenter to go around and look at other people's hot tents.
Yeah, everyone, it's just same thing for like backpacking gear or anything really. Everyone has the general concept, you know, of a hot tent or whatever, but then they dial it into like how it works for them. And it's really cool to see how they figured out how to do things. You know, some of it's like really, really cool and really, really smart, and some of it's dumb as shit.
But hot tents, it seems like, you know, with anybody who does anything like camping or fishing or whatever, they do it 3 times and they think their way is the way to do it.
Right.
But it's even more diverse in hot tenting because you've got hot tents out here that can hold 12 people and, you know, have a 10-foot ceiling.
Yeah.
Then you got mine where I'm scrunching in there, laying on the floor, and it's
And you got ones that are made for hammocks. So there's hammock hot tents here as well. Some people sleep on cots, some people sleep on the ground, some people sleep in hammocks. You know, some people have a hot tent without even having a hot tent.
What?
Sharper doesn't even have a hot tent.
Yeah, he's got a stove, but no hot tent. No, but let's talk about it because I think people know that we're hammock guys, right?
Yeah, primarily, yes.
So I don't have a hot tent. I don't have a hammock hot tent.
Which is strange.
But is it? Because it's a lot of work.
Oh yeah.
In order to get
oh yeah.
oh yeah, sure, dear bud. If you want to hang a hammock in a hot tent, it has to be a big hot tent.
Correct. Especially with a Ridgerunner.
Yeah, and I have a bridge hammock, a Ridgerunner, and I haven't seen a good hammock tent where you can put that bridge hammock in and put the stove next to it and have enough room.
There might be a couple here that are closed. Oof.
It's raining Kalmaner.
It's raining cow pies. And for those of you who don't know, we are in a cow pasture, so there are frozen cow patties. And they don't taste very good, I found out.
Oh, this one kind of looks like you. Yeah, so I mean, it's just strange where I am exploring. I like my tent. I'm exploring other stoves though, because my stove has a lot of little pieces and it works fine. But is it the best one out there? I don't know. So I'm gonna look around.
There's a lot of really nice stoves here. I have 2 different stoves here. You can check out mine. For me, I would say check out Pomali for the how they're designed and the quality. And the problem with Pomali is, wow, do they cost a couple bucks?
Yeah,
they are expensive. I have, like I said, I have a T-Brick Mini. Tom has the T-Brick Ultra, which is the largest size of that line. Mine's the small size of that line, and they throw some heat.
but then you also have to discuss and think about if you want a stove that collapses and you have to assemble,
Right.
or the ones that are just all in one piece.
Right. So there's pluses and minuses. The stoves that are collapsible, they're very compact and they're very portable. And even the stovepipe, you know, it all kind of compacts. Now, whereas a stove that's not compactable, you can stow the stovepipes inside of the stove. So now you get the benefit of having fixed stovepipe sections, which in the general sense of things, the fixed pipes are actually better and easy to work with, but the roll-up pipes are a hassle to roll up, but they're more compact and they're lighter. So there's that.
I haven't, you know, once you burn in that roll-up stovepipe,
That's fine.
it hasn't been that hard.
Right.
The first time it was tough.
First time was terrible. But even so, when it comes down to it, you know, if I had my preference, I like the sectioned pipes more.
Yeah. Oh yeah. How much does that stove weigh that you have? It doesn't collapse.
No. My stainless stove,
Yeah.
my big stainless stove by One Tiger, that's a 20-pound stove.
Yeah. In my collapsible one, the 3RG from what's the name of the company?
Three
Three
Ridges.
Ridges Gear Company. I think that one weighs like 4 pounds.
Right. So my Pomali is like 3.5 pounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3.5, 4 pounds. Yep.
So the key is I want to find one that's smaller like that, but maybe not with so many pieces. Like I seen the ones where the legs fold opposed to taking them off.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest design flaw for your particular stove. No offense to Jim or anything, but there's too many pieces for your stove.
Yeah.
You get one that fold out, and you can put the walls in.
Which it's nice when you're at home and you can feel your fingers,
Right.
but you're trying to unscrew nuts and you can't feel your fingers.
Yeah, if it's 0 degrees and you got to work with the dexterity in your hands are gone at that point, right? So all these little screws. And
yeah,
nuts
when
and
it's
things,
cold out, I have cold nuts and I can't get them unscrewed.
Yeah,
so
yeah, and they're so small
yeah,
to deal with.
when it's cold out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right, exactly.
All right, there, bud. I think we babbled on about everything for a long time. It might be time to go there, bud.
This is probably the last episode of chewing the fat, unless something crazy happens way, way, way down the line. Because I'll be traveling this whole year. He's still going to be doing whatever he does. And I'm going to be doing a lot of really cool things. So if you're interested in following my journey for this coming year, find me on YouTube. I'm on Instagram as well. Again, if you want to know how to find me, link in the description below.
All right, there, bud. In all seriousness, I hope your new adventure goes good. I'm glad you're not dead.
Me too.
We're done now, so you can stop being stupid. Was there any bare ass?
I hope so. No fruit bowls? Whoa.